We've been talking about sporting rivalries tonight, and sporting rivalries do not get any bigger than this. It's a rugby league game you simply must watch. Fierce and competitive, commitment from all concerned. It's the State of Origin Game 1, New South Wales against Queensland, Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m, and note that live on Setanta Sports 2. We've seen two Welsh World Champions on Setanta in recent weeks. Joe Calzaghe beat Bernard Hopkins. Not such a difficult task for you tonight, Mark, but you look like in that first set, you just weren't going to hit a double.
I wouldn't say it wasn't difficult. I did make it hard to myself, but I wasn't at the races yet. I didn't play very well at all. Like, not taking anything away from Tony, because he played really good. But I need to play a lot better than that in the next game, or I'm not going to get anywhere.
We've had a couple of quarter-finals where friends have been playing each other. Obviously, you both represent Clwyd, and you obviously know each other, play each other quite often. Does that sometimes make it harder to get a game face on?
No, not really. I've played Tony loads of times. You know, obviously not on a big stage like this, but we played loads of times, so it didn't really bother me, to be honest. No difference.
And a quick word on how winning the Lakeside last year, or this year, has changed your life. I was listening to David and Tony in the commentary. They say you haven't even spent the prize money yet.
No, I haven't spent nothing yet, no. I'm tight.
All right, mate, well, listen, you're going to need to spend something now. Get yourself a drink, and I'll let you get ready for your semi-final. Mark Webster's into the semi-finals, and the semis are next. And here is that semi-final lineup. In a couple of moments' time, we're going to see Alan Norris take on Gary Anderson, who was sensational in his quarter-final victory against Robert Thornton. And then the second semi-final, you've just seen Mark Webster book his place. He'll be taking on another Welshman, Robert Hughes, who's got his soldiers, his army in the house, and that one is sure to be an all-Welsh classic. Right, Rachel's out and about with the great and the good here at Pontins. Let's catch up with her.
Thanks, Patrick. Yes, I'm sat actually with Linda Odion, who played in the girls' final earlier on. She unfortunately lost, but she stuck around because this is the table of Alan Norris's supporters here. And now I just have to ask you, Linda, he's been in fantastic form today. He's surprised a lot of people. Has he been playing this well for a while?
Yeah, he has. He's a really good player. So he beat Martin Adams today. He did 11 darters, so he's a good player.
He's in good form. He's never been in front of the TV cameras before, though. Is he nervous?
I think so. A little bit nervous, but it doesn't matter for him. Hopefully, he's playing well, so.
He's hiding it well, and his opponent, Gary Anderson, he struggled a little bit in his quarter-final. Do you think he can beat him?
Yes, I hope so.
All right, well, thank you very much. Enjoy. This is Alan Norris's supporters, and they're going to be making a lot of noise very shortly when he comes on stage for his semi-final.
The world of darts just keeps getting more and more glamorous, and here's a look forward to what we've got for you on the BDO International Grand Prix Series. On June the 15th, we're at another Pontins, this time down in Somerset at Breen Sands for the BDO International Open. Then on July the 12th, it's the BDO Gold Cup, and what a venue that's going to be. Setanta's first visit to the Lakeside in Frimley Green. Then it's the Kettering Leisure Village for the BDO British Classic, and the BDO British Open rounds things off. We'll be crowning our first ever Grand Prix Series champion at the Spa in Bridlington. And another reminder, the betfred.com League of Legends. What a summer of darts we've got in store for you. And the first one, date for your diary, May the 30th, Friday night. Don't go out, and make sure you join us for the betfred.com League of Legends, the Circus Tavern, another great iconic darts venue in Purfleet. King's George Hall in Blackburn on June the 20th. On June the 27th, the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Birmingham. Batley Frontier Variety Club in West Yorkshire hosts us on July the 18th. And then we go into August, start off the month of August at the Rivermead Leisure Complex in Reading. The Spa in Bridlington on August the 8th. August the 15th is the Town Hall in Stoke-on-Trent, and the semi-finals and finals night. What an occasion that's going to be, back where it all started on May the 30th at the Circus Tavern in Purfleet and Essex. And if you go to the betfred.com League of Legends website, you'll find full details of tickets and availability. It's all there for you on the website, and of course you can go to setanta.com for more information. Right, the semi-finals now are almost with us. It's time to go back to Martin Fitzmaurice.
Well, we'll hear from Martin Fitzmaurice with those three magic words in just a couple of moments, but let's look at the contenders for these semi-finals. Gary Anderson and Mark Webster will be the red-hot favourites, but we know that anything can happen here, and Mark Webster in particular, Tony, will be disappointed with his quarter-final performance.
Yeah, I think he's carrying the pressure of being the world champion, you know, but it was difficult because Tony Clark was difficult, but you had to look at the first match. I mean, what a great start to the championship. Alan Norris and Ian Jones. I mean, that's where you've got to view it. These was never expected to come through. And Alan Norris, I mean, he's a big guy, but did he mean business?
For a man that said he was an absolute bag of nerves before he walked onto the hockey, Alan Norris, once he started chucking the tungsten, well, proved that nerves can be a bit of a bonus. Like you said, a big man, lots of energy up on that stage, and a great pace as well, and I think that's what carried him through.
Well, he said, I want a Scot. I think he's got one. And really, he started to show his true form. Because if you look at it, Gary Anderson really put Thornton to task towards the end. It was Thornton that really started the match, and he looked all over a winner. But Gary came back.
Anderson has come through the toughest, I think, of the quarterfinals, so he will be really buoyed up by that. Norris against Anderson could be anyone's game, but you probably fancy the Dream Boy to make it a nightmare for Norris.
Yeah, we'll find out now.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's play darts. An English player living in Sweden, the reigning Swedish master. Please welcome Alan Norris. The reigning Bavaria World Champion from Scotland, the Dream Boy, Gary Anderson.
Lots of smiles up on the stage while Gary Anderson was walking to the hockey. Alan Norris was jumping up and down.
That was some sight, wasn't it?
It was. I think the stage is still vibrating as a result of it as well.
Well, he made a statement there when winning his last match. He said, I want the Scots. He's got one, and I tell you what, he's got one of Scotland's best. We know Robert Thornton's taken over as the world #1, but Anderson, he has the flair, he has the power, and it could be formality, this. I hope not, because Norris